There's a kind of love that doesn't need words. Kind of love that begins in childhood, in scraped knees, in silent promises, and in shared laughter. In a quiet rural village, 4 siblings grew up together under the warmth of the same sun, beneath the same roof, holding hands through every season of life. In the small village school, a little boy walked home with a scraped knee. 2 older boys supported him, steadying his steps. But behind them, it was his younger brother who cried. Not from pain, but from heartbreak at seeing his big brother hurt. That's how deep sibling love runs. One falls and the other bleeds. At home, when the mother raised her voice and her hand to discipline the daughters, the youngest brother couldn't bear it. He ran to protect them, pleading, "Please, Mom, don't hit them." Even at that young age, his love shouted louder than fear. 4 children spent their days weaving simple joys into lifelong memories. Some evenings, the eldest sister told stories on the front porch. Her words faded into the rhythm of the crickets. One by one, the 2 little brothers fell asleep, their heads resting on her lap. She didn't wake them. She waited patiently for their mother to carry them inside. She was still a child, but those days, she felt like a mother too. In the kitchen, their mother cooked dinner with love and warm hands. The children played around her, pretending to be doctors, teachers, heroes. Sometimes, she paused to tell them stories. Stories they would carry in their hearts forever. When their father came home from work, they ran to him like the wind. They grabbed his bags, tugged at his arms, waited for the tiny snack he brought home each day. To them, it wasn't food. It was love, wrapped in tired hands and dust-covered clothes. At tea time, all 4 would carefully examine each other's cups. Not to drink, but to check who had gotten more. They weren't measuring tea. They were measuring their mother's love. 1 drop at a time. And when the eldest sister went quiet, sitting alone near the well, hurt by something someone said, the others didn't ask questions. They surrounded her, made silly faces, cracked jokes, until she laughed. That laugh, to them, was more valuable than anything else. Sometimes, when their mother wasn't home, the 4 of them would sneak into the kitchen and mix milk powder with sugar. Their forbidden favorite. It was their little secret. They swore to keep it hidden. But the moment she returned, the youngest blurted, "Mom, we didn't eat milk powder today." Innocent guilt spilled out with honesty, and she smiled, unable to hide her amusement. There was a bamboo bush near their home, wild and off limits. Their mother warned them about wild pigs there, but temptation pulled them in. One day, as they crept near the forbidden place, she appeared holding a stick. Fear froze them. The 3rd child stepped forward and, with trembling hands, said, "Lord Buddha, Mom, please don't hit us." She dropped the stick and hugged him tightly. That day, love forgave fear. In school, the boys played on a dusty hill. 1 boy hurt the youngest. His elder sister heard the story, grabbed a broomstick, and chased the culprit around the class. To her, it wasn't just play. It was justice for her little brother. This is how they loved each other. Not with grand gestures, but in quiet protection, shared guilt, secret laughs, and fierce loyalty. They grew up in the same house, but more than walls and a roof. What built their world was the bond they shared. The unspoken promise that no matter what, they would always have each other. Even now, years later, when they meet, the same laughter returns, the same inside jokes, the same warmth in their hearts. Because sibling love never fades. It simply grows with time. And in their hearts, they are still those same 4 children, running, laughing, dreaming together.